Hey guys, well, here I am doing dishes again. Um, I've actually discovered that standing here at the sink doing dishes took me back to my childhood, which, a lot of us go, there's a few things that take us back. Um, I grew up in a small town, kind of like where I live now. No mall, no big fancy, no, they didn't even have a Walmart. That's how small the town was. The biggest thing they had was a Love's truck stop. So, as you can imagine, I grew up back in the day when dishwashers, automatic dishwashers, were sort of I don't want to say a rich person's item, but we didn't have one. That's for sure. Me and my two brothers, my older brother and my younger brother, did dishes by hand. And we hated doing them. We despised it. We always had to try and argue our way out of doing it and pass it on to the next person. There was always oh, I did them yesterday, or I did them this morning, or I did them at lunch, or whatever the case may have been, and then we'd say it's so-and-so's turn. So we would really try and kind of pass it off on each other. Anyway, so standing here, it took me back to the way I grew up, and I realized that, life was not really all that bad. Yeah, we didn't have video games like we do now, where it's $100 for a video game console or whatever, depending on what kind of console you want. We didn't have the expensive luxuries. We grew up in a 3-bedroom trailer. I think one of my favorite memories was we had one of those great big window air conditioners, the kind that hangs out your window. And we had that in our kitchen. And my brothers and I used to fight over who got to stand in front of it. And, on a really hot day. I mean, we'd come in from playing outside, and the first place we went was to the kitchen to stand in front of the air conditioner. Some of these memories that I'm having, I'm going, wow, life was really not all bad. It was simple. Most people, they don't look at how simple their life was. Like I said, it was simple, and I kind of miss that in a way. I miss not having the rush to go here and go there and have to buy this, buy that, because I think I need it, like cell phones, Way back when, what'd you do if you were going to be late? You used the payphone. You called and you'd say, hey mom, I'm going to be late, or hey mom, can you come pick me up? It was simple. It was free. So looking back now, after standing here and doing dishes for a couple of days, I thought, you know what, I want my son, when he gets older, I want him to see that there are the simple things in life, that you don't need to have video games and cell phones and toys galore, and you don't need to have all the gadgets to enjoy life. I actually have seriously thought about not picking up any more dishwashing soap for the dishwasher. Simply because, I'm going, what? I've missed doing dishes, I know, Mom, Dad, you're kind of going, whoa, wait a minute. How come she could never do that when we were trying to get her to do it? Well, now, I'm a parent, and I just kind of go, you know what? I want my son to enjoy life. Our thing was, if we'd say, "Mom, we're bored," the first thing she'd say is to go outside. Um, we didn't. I don't think we got. We had an Atari, but for us it was like, we're bored. We played this a dozen times, and a dozen thousand times. We're bored with it. We didn't get a Nintendo until, gosh, what, 2 years after they came out, and even then, my dad was like, you're only allowed to play it on the weekend, and that was during the school year, and then during the summer, we were only allowed to play for a certain amount of time each day. And, the rest of the time we were out riding our bikes. I used to ride a mile to a friend's house every day. Ride home for lunch, so that was 2 miles right there. And then I'd turn around right after lunch and ride back. So that's 3, and then I'd have to ride home. So 4 miles a day. And now I can barely even run 50 feet before I go, okay, I'm done. I gotta quit. I'm gonna walk. And I'm going, wow, that's just so sad. To go from riding 4 miles a day, enjoying life, playing outside, to I get up and the farthest I run is 20 feet to catch my son. So I've actually been thinking about buying a bike again, and just maybe picking up some sort of habit where I'm active outside. Heck, I could even hook up a car seat on the back for my son and take him to school that way. And maybe hook up a basket, so if I need to go to Walmart or whatever, just instead of getting in my car and driving the, less than, I guess, 500 feet, get my bike and ride. So I've actually kind of thought about that. And just looking back, like I said, we had simple things. We didn't have all these electronics. We didn't have gadgets. We didn't have all that extra. So guys, why don't you tell me, what are your simple pleasures in life? And it can't be anything electronic. Leave your questions, comments in the magic box below. So again, I ask you, what are your simple pleasures? Thanks for watching.